What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to tell you a story of the one and only time in my life that I encountered Chinese gang members. And these were TRIADS in particular. That's the name of their gang. Okay, so this happened to me when I was a lot younger. I was still a teenager. But I had already gone through juvenile detention and such. So I wasn't afraid of encountering these guys. But I'll get to the story and tell you guys what happened. So the reason I ended up crossing paths with them is because one day I was out somewhere. I don't remember where I was, but in the street. And there was a Chinese guy who was a little bit older than me who was getting fucked with. People were trying to jump him and they surrounded him and they were fucking with him. And I stepped in and defended this guy and fought with him and actually fought these guys off and stopped what was happening. This guy spoke very little English, okay? But he and I became friendly as a result of that. He really appreciated what I did. I've always hated fucking bullies. I can't understand why people would fuck with somebody just because they don't speak the language or they're foreign to this country. You should go out of your way to do the opposite and help them. But nevertheless, that's beside the point. So this guy now is cool with me and wants to stay in touch with me and be friends with me. So some time passed, and eventually, we agreed that we were going to hang out one night. So he had a car. He came and picked me up. He drove me to a place that's nowhere near where I was, and it was all like a Chinese area, very heavily populated with Asians. And he takes me to this pool hall. The outside of the pool hall doesn't even have fucking English writing on it. It's all Chinese. And so we walk into this pool hall. The minute we walk in, the place is packed. I can see these guys are all gangbangers. I can see by their tattoos. I could just see by the way they carry themselves. Some of them just had guns outright on their waistbands. So the minute I walk in, this place is packed. I look up, I'm like, I knew right away it wasn't going to go over well because I'm the only one here who's not fucking Chinese. So we try to just, play it off, no problem, go in, grab a table, and start to rack to play. All right, before we even got a chance to fucking touch the game, these guys just came and surrounded us. They pulled us outside of the pool hall, and right away there was like 20 guys surrounding him. They grabbed me, put my arms like behind my back. I couldn't move. There was like 10 guys holding me, and they put him like 10 feet away from where I was. And they surrounded him, and they started screaming at him in Chinese, yelling at him and screaming and fucking, I don't know what they were saying. Then all of a sudden, one of them gets in his face and kicks him right in the fucking head, a roundhouse kick right to the head, boom. And then he hits him another time in the face with a fist. And this Chinese guy that brought me there didn't do shit. He didn't even move. He did nothing. He just took the hits, right? So they continued to scream at him, and then he walked over to me. After they hit him a couple times, they let him move out. They let him walk over to me. And when he walked over to me, they were still holding me. He said, "Don't do anything. Let's go. Let's go. Car," he's telling me. I said, all right. So they let me go. I didn't do anything. We walk into the car, and I'm telling him, like, yo, what the fuck? Why didn't you do something? Why didn't you hit back? Why didn't you fight these guys? Why'd you let them fucking kick you like that? And he didn't want to get into anything with these dudes. He was just ready to get the fuck out of there. He just kept saying, come on, let's go, let's go. So I see these guys behind us now, and there's a huge group of these guys, and they're still screaming, cursing at him, still, as we're, like, going towards the car. So we're about to get in the car, and I hear all this shit, and I look back, and I start yelling back. I'm like, you know what? Fuck that, man. Fuck you guys. I'll fight you guys. You want to kick him and punch him, and he won't fight back? I'll fight any one of you, one-on-one. I'm screaming back, and now they start coming to the car faster. He's like, no, come on, let's go inside. So he starts moving the car. So I get in the car, we take off. These guys fucking jump in their car and start following us. So now there's a car following us. When he realizes that the Chinese guy driving, he fucking takes off. And now I'm already upset. I'm already fucking amped up, and I'm angry about what happened. This guy didn't do anything to deserve what happened to him. So I'm trying to get him to stop. I'm like, man, fuck that. Stop the car. Just stop right here in the middle of the road. Stop. I'm going to get out and fight these guys. Fuck it. And this continued out of the town that we were in into another town I didn't know. So now we're looking back, and there's like 3 or 4 cars full of these fucking triads chasing us. This Chinese guy's driving for his life. I'm telling him, stop the car, stop the car. Not to say that I'm going to get out and I'm going to fucking beat these guys up, but at least I'll fight the fair one with one of them. At least I'll fucking get some hits off. I'm not just going to stand there and get kicked in the head. You know what I'm saying? So the Chinese guy's scared. He takes off. We get away. They fall back. No cars behind us. And basically that was the end of it. You know, I was worried for him, asking, like, what's going to happen? Are they going to come get you? I was like, we should do something. Like, you shouldn't just... Apparently, the whole thing was, all of this was because he brought me there. Now, I don't know whether he was a member. I don't think he was. He wasn't tatted up. He didn't look like a member. But I guess just because he was Chinese like them, they allowed him to go there, even though that was their spot. But he wasn't allowed to bring in a fucking foreigner like me. So the whole problem and the reason this guy got punched and kicked was because of me. Because he wanted to take me out and show his appreciation and his friendship for what I did for him. So the guy ended up dropping me off, and amazingly, I never saw the guy again after that. That was it. That was the end of it. I remember asking, like, you going to be okay? You sure everything's good? He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. And that was it. I never saw the guy again. I never went back to that fucking pool hall. I never encountered these triads again. But, you know, it was just a crazy thing because it's unusual to see somebody getting hit and not do something back. But I guess he just accepted that he had to take this discipline because he fucked up and it didn't make any sense for him to fight back. For me, I was probably young and stupid. I was ready to fucking throw down with these guys. And I knew I would have probably got my ass kicked badly. But nevertheless, fuck it, let's fight. So I don't think this guy was murdered by these triads. Just because I didn't see him again. It was just a random encounter that he and I crossed paths in the first place. I wasn't in school with him or anything, so there was no reason for us to see each other. I did try to get in touch with him again and was unable to. So I don't know what happened to the guy. I hope he's okay, but that's my crazy story and encounter with the triads. And, you know, again, I didn't understand, but looking back now, you know, I could understand why they had a problem with him bringing me there. Nobody knew who the fuck I was, and I was not of their element. I had no fucking business there. And the guy that was with me, you know, my Chinese friend, I guess he did fuck up and deserve what he got. I hope he didn't get anything worse. But that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.